Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day.
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
BoxingVoice.com.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win or you pay to see me lose.
I'm done with fucking losing. I'm done with trying to learn the sweet science. It's war. It's just straight war.
BoxingVoice.com.
You know the saying, stay hungry, stay humble.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm humble in defeat, and I'm gonna remain humble in victory. This is it, right?
Dollar D Beyonce Productions.
I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass
BoxingVoice.com.
and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it twice.
I'm prepared to the best of my capability, and I pray that I get the win. Look at it, like, I love Mike Tyson, how he came into the game on some different kind of vibe. You know what I mean? But it takes a crazy man to want to fight, you know what I mean, day in, day out. It's a hardcore sport, as you said, no silk shoes.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to episode number 2 of our Monday morning boxing talk. Well, actually Monday afternoon, right? But hey, every day's Friday when you're talking boxing here on TBV. We're going to be discussing the fact that Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou is official. Zhilei Zhang, Big Bang versus Joseph Parker is also official. And last but not least, a decent opening card. WBC champion Ray Vargas, even though he's coming off that loss, though, Shockey Foster will be getting in there with Nick Ball, his first title shot. So, good card. 3 other fights that we're not very excited about, but they may have a decent name in the card. You know, like there's at least an A side or something like that. But this is what we're talking about. Turki El-Sheikh giving us, you know, some great boxing, continuing to put on amazing fights in the Saudi kingdom. And, you know, AJ Ngannou is one of them. And thankfully, we got Parker and Zang. Now, it was supposed to be Wilder and Zang. I guess Wilder did not take the fight, hence why Parker has stepped in. We will be interviewing Tommy Lane. Terry actually let me know that he'd rather his brother do it, as his brother was instrumental in getting the Big Bang to fight with Parker. So we've switched from Terry to Tommy, but Tommy will be on the show Thursday morning. So if you're looking to ask him a question, remember to head on over to our Patreon page or our community page here on youtube.com/Boxing Voice/community. You'll be able to see a members only tab there where you can ask a question to all our guests. Now, we have a few guests scheduled, so when you go there, don't just drop one question. Drop each of our guests a question. If you're joining us here on youtube.com, we do need you to get to 500 likes, and we'll unlock the live chat. Till then, it's going to be members only. Yes, sir, members only. But we are talking Joshua-Ngannou. Look, I'm not mad at the fight, I guess as much as I once was, or I guess as I was when it was Fury, right? I mean, at this point, Ngannou's earned his ranking with the WBC. He's in position. He's a bigger name in the division. So any opportunities that he gets, you know, he deserves. That being said, he did land the AJ opportunity. And it's really because Wilder took the loss to Joseph Parker, or else we wouldn't even be having AJ fighting anyone other than Deontay Wilder. Now, obviously, Wilder came up short in that fight, and now we get Ngannou, who definitely got something to prove, you know. He didn't have the motivation that he has in this fight. He didn't have that in his previous fight with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury never underestimated the skills of Francis Ngannou, at least not verbally in front of the world. Right now, the one who has done that is AJ. And I'm just wondering if, you know, that is going to be a thing for Ngannou, you know, trying to make sure that he makes AJ swallow those words, right? Like AJ is in an interview with Errol Hawani calling this a gimmick fight, saying he doesn't want gimmick fights, and pretty much not believing that Ngannou's on his level. Now, I know that Fury made that same mistake, but Fury didn't have tape. I think that regardless of what AJ may feel, whether he believes he's on a different playing field than Ngannou, he still is going to do the necessary, you know, take the necessary steps to get the win. It won't come to surprise the way that Fury fight with Ngannou was a surprise, not only to Fury, but to all of us. We just never expected Ngannou to be able to do what he did with what we thought was the #1 heavyweight. Now, it's going to be a great barometer, right? Because now you have AJ getting a crack at Ngannou, and we get to see how he's able to put together a game plan and take out the big MMA fighter that's earned favor with Turki Al-Sheikh. I mean, he literally said, "You're my brother, but I want to see someone knock you out." So, you know, shout out to Turki Al-Sheikh, man. That's the type of friends that we all need, you know. It's like, look, I'm going to just throw you in a competitive fight, but I'm going to get you paid, friend or not. You feel me? I'm not here to get you an easy fight. I'm here to put on an entertaining fight. And hopefully, you know, AJ could give us an entertaining fight. Hopefully AJ can do better than Tyson Fury because he's being given the opportunity to do that, right? Like, he is being given the opportunity. He has had now a full fight to watch of Tyson Fury and Ngannou. So, you know, he's got an advantage that Fury didn't have. Let's be real, you know. Fury had to go into this one blind. Now AJ will have tape. But I think that we're all excited for the Zhilei Zhang Bang fight, as we've seen a natural progression in his career. And, you know, at 40, it's looking like the Big Bang is coming into his prime. And, you know, if the Big Bang could be successful versus Joseph Parker, common opponent with AJ, then, you know, you kind of remove the pieces, right? Like, Joseph removed Wilder. If Zhang removes Joseph, AJ Zhang is a natural fight. Zhang has always wanted that in China. Obviously, that's out the question with all the money being thrown around in the Kingdom of Saudi, thankfully to Turki Al-Sheikh. So we'll probably end up seeing this one in Saudi, but I would love it. I would love it. So I'm going to be rooting for Zhang, obviously. We've been betting with him, rooting with him since the Jerry Forrest fight. We know him personally here on this channel. They even asked me to spar him once upon a time, and I gracefully said, hell fucking no. You know what I'm saying? That being said, I've worked alongside him. You know, I want to see him win. I want to see the best for him. So I'm going to be picking with my heart, but that doesn't mean that it won't be based off what we've seen him do in the past in the actual ring versus guys like Jerry Forrest, who we put down 3 times, Hrgovic, who he was robbed by, and obviously the 2 great Joe Joyce fights. But again, I think he's coming into his own. I think it's his time. You know, this will be his second now consecutive training camp with Scooter, one of the best strength and conditioning coaches out here in this sport. Some of the best have used them, Clarissa Shields, LL Cool J, fucking you name it, Daniel Jacobs, everybody has used Scooter. And obviously we've seen one of the best versions of Zang under that tutelage of Scooter. So, yeah, really excited for this fight, man. Really excited for this fight. So much so, you heard me in the earlier show say, hey, I'm not even going to do a show about this. But I figured we need an archive. We need to have a show in the archives that's categorized with this fight. You know, just because I wasn't the biggest fan of the undercard and I was expecting more, shouldn't mean that our listeners can't come here and be able to know that this fight with Ngannou and AJ is official, be able to know that Zhang and Wilder is not official, and in fact, Joseph Parker, who beat Wilder, is stepping to the plate, and it's official for March 8th, a big boxing show in Riyadh. And, you know, once again, Turki Al-Sheikh, you know, doing what he needs to do, doing his part, obviously to increase tourism in the Kingdom of Saudi, but, you know, it benefits us as boxing fans, right? The attention he wants on his country, you know, he's using our lovely sport to cast eyeballs on it, and we couldn't be any happier because he's really, you know, giving us the fights that we want and making those fights happen. Not sure we would have gotten a lot of these fights any other way, you know, so thankful for that, without a doubt. If you want to call in, you want to give me your initial breakdown of this entire card, feel free. There are some fights here on this card that, you know, will be made aware of on the day of, right? Simply because it's just some names we haven't been familiar with. Probably for Frank Warren names, as he's got the best relationship, what it looks like right now with Turki Al-Sheikh. But here's your face-off. And again, Ngannou having everything to prove, but AJ having said some things, having buried a hole, right? Calling Ngannou a gimmick fighter and saying he's not really into gimmick fights. Now he's in a quote-unquote gimmick fight, and the theme is a video game, right? Like, look at the letters on the back of Chaos. That's video game text, you know. Knockout Chaos is the name of this card. So, gimmick or not, he's involved. Gimmick or not, Ngannou's going to be a real fight, and we'll see how AJ performs, you know, under the pressure. Don't forget, Fury versus Usyk is February 17th. That undercard was announced, and that was also nasty. Nasty. I mean, very ugly. Here's your live face-off, and, you know, I love the tension between Ngannou and AJ. Lot better matchup in terms of size, right? AJ not towering over Ngannou, and AJ's body looking slimmer than Ngannou when AJ is used to being this massive figure next to anyone that he faces. So, again, really like the official posters. They kind of went Street Fighter is what it resembles to me. I'm screen sharing it here for anybody that wants to give their opinion. You let me know what you think. This totally looks Street Fighter to me. What's the big wrestler that used to jump in the air and do like a fucking, you know, pile driver with you? That's what these guys look like in terms of the muscle definition in the characters. But let me go to the phone lines. They're wide open if you want to call in and you want to voice your opinion. Number to call, 1-425-569-5241. Plus, we have Twitter Spaces available for you to rock and roll. Discord is available as well. Yonin, what up?
What's going on, Ness? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, shout out to you, Danny, the Voxing Boys. I already dropped the like. It's my second time calling back today, man. Thanks for the show. And I just wanted to say, man, I love the poster. It looks amazing. And I got Joshua in this one. I think Joshua is going to be a little bit stronger than Tyson Fury was against Ngannou. I think Joshua is pretty confident. He's racked up a couple wins. And I just saw Michael Benson posted something, and it was about Joshua. I believe it was a quote. And he said he went back to his trainer because he didn't want to change his style up. He thought he needed it, but he didn't want to change his style up pretty much. And his trainer told him, you're a big dude, you're explosive, just go out and go get the KO. So I think it's gonna make for a hell of a fight. Like I said, I got Joshua. Maybe late stoppage. I think once you get past Ngannou's awkwardness, Joshua will be able to get to him. And I'm excited for the undercard. I got it's Zang. I got Zang in that one. I'm riding with Zang, man. He's got on the streak right now. So, and the rest of the card, I don't really know the guys too much, so I'm gonna have to watch some tape. But I'm excited regardless. It's part of a bigger plan, so I like what they're doing over there, where they're gonna match up the winner of this with the winner of Usyk and Fury. So I'm excited for that. And I want to touch up on some that I missed earlier when I called, and it was about the co-main event for the Better Beef and the Smith card, and that was Mbili, right? Correct me if I'm saying his name wrong. He was nice. He seems like a very physical fighter. I would like to see him fight David Morrell. I think that'll be a good fight. It'll be a fun fight. Two undefeated guys. And just I don't want to stay off the topic too much, but I'm excited for this. Can't see it. Can't wait to see it. And that's all, champ. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you calling in. Like you said, you called in an earlier show. Thanks for calling into the second. We look forward to continuing to hear your calls and breakdowns. It's strange, man. A lot of people like to gangbang, but I don't see any of those OG gangbangers, those 5-star generals on the line queued up to talk. Ray Vargas, he's with Al. Al never gave him the Brandon Figueroa fight. Al didn't even give him, he could have easily given him Stephen Fulton. Fulton has said on Twitter that he wanted to fight at 130. Al dropped the ball for Vargas. He took a loss to Foster, and then Al shelved him. Kind of like he does everybody, man. We got to wake up. Shout out to His Excellency that picked up Ray Vargas out the garbage and, dusting him off, giving him another opportunity. We definitely need that. And ATL, shorty, ATL.
ATL, what it do? Man? I watched got off work, watched the whole press conference that was going on while I was at work, but I did watch it the whole way through. I wish that they would take some inspiration from the way the UFC do their press conferences. They let the media ask questions. There's a little bit more back and forth, kind of engagement. You know what I'm saying? Like give us some sound bites. They wasn't even trying to do that shit. It was just sort of like we're presenting the event, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's boxing. But I felt like we could have had a little more fun, you know what I'm saying, at the press conference to get us a little more excited. But I'm excited anyway. This is a moment. This is a moment for us to really show out right now, because I'm kind of mad at boxing for taking a generational athlete away from MMA, because I love watching that dude fight in MMA. You guys think that he's fun in boxing, man. If you ain't seen him fight in MMA, it's even more dangerous, So, just think them 4-ounce gloves, one punch, it's a wrap. I mean, it's a wrap with the big gloves. The dude is just I'm a big Francis Ngannou fan, follower. If you want to call me a fan of the man or whatever the fuck you be talking about, and I don't really get that tact, by the way, because there's a lot of fighters that like guys can really get bring people into the sport, right? Because there's dudes that don't watch boxing that are just Jake Paul fans, and they're like, wait a minute, let me look at this Jake Paul guy, and they're following him, and now all of a sudden they're introduced to more, boxing. So I don't think it's a bad thing for people to be fans of men, as you call them. I think it's a good thing. Follow your favorite fighters, support them. You know what I'm saying, to the end, but don't throw them away when they lose. And that's how I feel about it. So I'm ready to see Ngannou give it all in there against Joshua. I don't think Joshua's prepared for the way Francis Ngannou is coming, because he's willing to die in there in order to beat Anthony Joshua. This is a different test than Fury ever was. He's not going to be as elusive, but he got a brick. You know what I'm saying? Fury doesn't exactly have a brick, so Francis could walk forward on him. He's got to be real careful, approaching Joshua in certain ways, because Joshua's very explosive. He's very strong. He's not stronger than Francis, which I think Joshua's going to realize that pretty quickly. He's going to realize what Fury realized. Once he tried to grab him, you remember he was just kind of, falling forward into him. It's because he was so fucking strong. He couldn't manipulate him, like pull his arms down like he was doing the Wilder, wearing his arms out, laying on him. You're not going to get away with that with Francis. You have to box him up, and which I don't think Joshua's going to do. I think he's going to try and knock him out, and I think that's going to be his downfall. I think he's going to sleep. I'm going to be the first to pick Francis, and the only probably. Appreciate it.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Chad, Canada.
Hey, what's up, Ness?
What up?
Not much. I don't have anything too clever to say right now, except I just wanted to kind of big up Turki Al-Sheikh and everything he's doing right now, man. The matchmaking, it's really on point. I like how this is going to time with the Undisputed fight, letting the winner maybe challenge the winner of that. And I think that if you think about Parker and Zhang, I think we might see something new from Zhang. I think Parker might push Zhang to something we haven't even seen from him yet. Definitely, they're both on the up, Parker and Zhang, and that's when we want guys fighting each other, when they're up, when they're both looking like killers. Let's get them in there. And that's exactly what they're doing. So, I can wait like 2-3 fights. If they're going to progress logically and match make like this, I don't need all the big fights to happen one after the other, I like the building they're doing. I like the development they're doing. I mean, it's beautiful. And maybe they can use some of their money to go find Stephen Fulton. I mean, the guy's on a fucking milk carton. Someone, I think it was you, Ness, was talking about PBC. And I mean, why isn't Fulton fighting? What in the fuck? What happened there? Can somebody call in and tell me? I mean, where is he?
No money, no money, no dates. No money, no dates.
Crazy though, Nas. It's crazy. Guy was he was really progressing and really coming up. And then what? Anyway, and then he's just gone. It's. I wanted him to get back in right away and start working again and building himself back again. That's what should have happened with him. And now it's like, who knows how long? I feel like we're headed to 2 years or something. No sign of him. Anyway, man, it's just what they do. And I know there's reasons behind it, but as a fan, I don't give a shit. I want to see the guys I like. He's a great fighter. He should be in the ring. But, man, that's all I got, Ness. I want to listen to the heavyweight guys ring in tonight, man, and talk about Parker and Zhang. I want to hear some good takes, man. Thanks, Ness.
All right. I see people hating on me on Discord saying that I'm still crying that Wilder didn't take the Zhang fight, and yeah, maybe I am crying because that's the fight that I wanted. that fight was better notoriety for Zhang if he got the win. You know, Joseph Parker, he doesn't feel like he's gotten anything. This isn't a consolation prize for Joseph. If anything, I feel like the Prince or the Sheik doesn't like Joseph. He's putting them in, you know, tough fights, fight after fight, versus the hardest punches in the division. You know, if you like Joseph, throw him a bone, and instead you throw him a Zang. We got Hawk, Maryland. And the comparison, they're like, oh, you're comparing they're comparing Mbili. They're like, yo, but if we mention Mbili and Berlanga, then you automatically get, you know, on your defensive. And it's like, bro, Mbili's never beaten a Joe Joyce type twice. So that's just a very poor comparison. And Billy isn't on that level. Zhang is, because of his win over Joe Joyce. He is an interim titleist. That is exactly what Jerron Boots Ennis was a few days ago. Now he's a full champ. So, you know, to disrespect Zhang and say that he's on the level of Mbili shows that you don't know boxing. Hawk, what up?
Yo, what's up, Ness? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, yeah, man. TBV #1, hit that like and subscribe. Man, yeah, that was a good press conference. I like AJ's energy. I saw him on Hawani too. I like his energy. AJ seemed like he in a good mood. As far as that Wilder, I don't know about the fight that he just missed. He just missed that payday. But I hope that Wilder does one thing and get out there and start fighting, because AJ and Parker with this fighting back to back. So this will be 4 fights in 12 months for AJ also then. You know that, right?
I didn't, but thanks for the fun stat. It just shows that there's a clear separation, and we'll probably never get that Wilder-AJ fight, especially if Wilder didn't take a fight now. It's like you're saying, he's going to be inactive with more excuses.
Right. You know what I'm saying? AJ, this will be AJ's 4th. So Parker, this might be Parker's 5th, but so Parker gonna be good and ready for that fight, that Zhang fight. I this is my opinion. I don't knock the Wilder fight. I did wish that he would have won so he could have got there, but I believe Parker. Is that your phone? Oh.
Yeah, that's somebody trying to call us direct on Discord instead of via our Discord call. But go ahead.
Oh, okay. Real quick. I wish Parker is going to be, pretty primed and ready to go. So I think we're going to get a good fight with him. But the Joshua and Ngannou fight, Joshua got tape. I got to go down with the boxer. I mean, if Ngannou is able to do whatever to be 1-1 and undisputed, fighting for undisputed, that sounds great. But I'm going to stick with Joshua. I think a pure boxer, a dude that sticks to boxing like Joshua, has a stern jab. Fury has a flickery jab. Joshua got a nice stiff jab, and them body shots that he's been doing lately, like that Floyd Mayweather body shot. I got Joshua in this fight. I'm thinking Joshua stick to boxing. Don't get carried away. He can take him out, and I mean knock him out, because I think Ngannou looked really tired to me about the 6th round, 7th round. And I think Joshua was the one to take care of that. So I'm going to go with Joshua in this fight, Ness.
All right.
But, yep, that's my call, Ness.
Appreciate you. We got Bo Rogers on the check-in. What up? Bo, give me a sec, actually. Let me get to these super chats. Look like we got our first super chat of the day. Coming in from Super Judah, $2. You thinking of Zangief? I have no clue who the fuck is Zangief. M-Easy, $2. Wilder should fight Joyce or Dubois. Joyce would be good, both coming off losses, but some might believe Joyce is damaged goods coming off 2 back-to-back losses. So that's a tough fight for him. On paper, it would be a tough fight for, Joyce to come back versus Deontay Wilder on paper. Bo Rogers, what up?
What up, Ness?
Chilling, baby.
You trying to damn finish. You was trying to finish Wilder off, won't you?
I mean,
You
I was trying to
get
get him
Wilder
back to the
finished off.
top.
Man, you can't get him back to the top putting him on Zane, and he just took an ass whooping like he just took.
If he beats
Come
Zang,
on,
is he
man.
not back
The
on the
fight,
top?
That dude got it right. Parker deserves Zane. Zane deserves Parker.
But answer the question,
nothing
though. If Wilder would have beat Zang, is he not at the top? Do you not want the AJ fight again?
Oh yeah, I think he would have been at the top, but
okay.
You asking for too much. You asking too much of him. You asking too much for in this short span of time. He just took he really got his ass whooped every ring. He just took a rough one. He hadn't been in the ring. You don't put him in there with a man that hot. But I'm glad that the man got it right, Parker and Zang. That's the real fight. I don't care what AJ do with that other dude, because that's the fight that shouldn't be. That dude just lost to Fury. He shouldn't be in the ring with AJ. And I just hate the fact that they let Eddie Hearn keep getting these money fights in. That's all these other fighters want to do, get them a few money fights in before they have to take those real tough fights.
Ain't nobody let Eddie Hearn do nothing. This Wilder fault.
Eddie Hearn.
This Wilder fault.
Eddie Hearn.
This Wilder fault.
No, Eddie Hearn.
This Wilder
fault. Eddie Hearn.
This Wilder fault.
Think about it though.
To this day,
he dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball. We talk about this. Listen.
Because you're trying to shift the blame on the
Eddie
winner.
Hearn, no, I'm just saying. Every time I'm just talking about Eddie Hearn in general. Every time a fighter go fight with him, they able to just fight guys to keep them active and get them little money fights. Though they get money for those fights, they staying active. But they get killed if they try to do that shit on PBC. They get killed if they try to take little money fights in between to sharpen their skills, and they get killed. But Eddie Hearn can feed us this bullshit every fucking.
What's the bullshit you talking about? What's the bullshit you talking about? Because the last I checked, Wilder fought Valeen, which was a tougher fight.
He getting ready to give me. Valeen, I knew that fight won't shit.
It don't matter. It don't matter what you knew.
He was on the
It don't matter what you do. It don't matter.
Because
It don't matter what you knew. Valeen was still tougher than fucking Parker.
Parker is a champion. Was an ex-champion, won't it?
Someone that AJ already beat.
Valeen ain't never won no belt, have he? He ain't never won a belt.
And Parker
come on, be real.
And
man.
Parker hadn't won a belt since he won a vacant. Parker hasn't won a belt since he won a vacant.
He still was a champion.
And he ain't been a champion in a long time.
Okay. Well, I hear you saying it all the time, Ned. He ain't beat a champion. He shouldn't fight him.
Bruh, listen. You just trying to change history. You trying to change history. Going into that fight, we never thought Parker was the tougher fight. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all Wilder fans are terrible, bro. Look, your man said hella shit. He gonna have to live up to that. You can't start trying to rewrite history now. You want to blame Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn like they the one lost. We got this Ngannou fight because Wilder lost. Y'all gotta stop, man.
Hello, my people. My Bomb Squad Army. My Bomb Squad Nation. Can't take me. Don't understand what it is to fight.
Hey, yo, cut that shit off.
For the war has just begun.
Cut that that shit off, man.
All my love.
Tell the truth.
Bro, cut that shit off, man. Y'all wonder why a clown do, bro. Fucking clown, man. Type. That's, why the fuck did you play that, bro?
Bro, our king is here. Fuck you mean?
Bro, can't stop laughing. He was dead. Fucking serious. Bro, I don't fucking clock yet, B. Yeah, I wonder why I call this nigga a fucking goofball, bro.
Oh man.
Shit. Statue shit. Hold on, man. I ain't laughed that hard in forever, but nah, all jokes aside, it was a good press conference. Um, Ngannou looks game, AJ looks game. Shout out to the excellency itself for putting these cards together, man. Just another great card. Well, I won't say great card, but we get Jay Apataya back, we get AJ and Ngannou, and then we get Parker and Zhilei Zhang. And shout out to the excellency for getting it right. He gave the fight to a talker. I mean, he didn't get a fight to a talker. He gave it to a stepper. Parker was the one who did the stepping. He's the one who won the fight. And you bitching and complaining that he ain't give it to the guy who thought he could talk his way into the fight after taking an L. We need to stop rewarding the talkers. We need to start rewarding the walkers and the steppers, and that's what he did. And I appreciate him for that, man. Parker deserves this payday. Parker deserves this opportunity. You saying Parker hasn't been able to get a break. He's coming off big fights after big fights, but so is Zang. Hergovic, couple Joe Joyce fights. Now Parker, he ain't exactly had the consolation prizes damn self. So, yeah, man, like I said, I'm just glad Parker is the one getting this opportunity and not Wilder, not the guy who came in there and threw temper tantrum, hammerhead punches, and threw 60 punches in a 12-round fight. The guy who actually won the fight is getting the payday. Like I said, I understand the narrative. You want to keep this. Wilder going to ever come back to the knockout king? Is he ever going to rise again? It would have been some funny
Like
shows.
a phoenix.
You would have got
No. You gotta say it right.
chatting and counter punching.
You gotta say it
And
right.
it would
You
have been
gotta rise like a phoenix from the ashes. That's
rise like I understand that the storyline would have been better, but I'm not necessarily sure the fight is better because I'm not sure what the fuck Wilder is going to do in that fight. I mean, the Wilder I just seen throwing hammerhead punches, I don't want to see that again. Like, I'd rather see Parker go in there and fight. That's what I'm saying. So shout out to Prince Turkey Al Sheik for realizing that too and said, hey, this is the guy who did the stepping. This is the guy that whooped some ass. Wilder talked all week about how AJ was scared of him, and this is his opportunity to get AJ in the ring finally, and you shit the bed. You ain't getting no more Saudi money. We ain't got no oil money for you. Go back to Al and kiss the ring and say, Al, I apologize for leaving the island against your wishes. Put me in there with somebody on the PBC island diet and let me galvanize the 600 or 700 fans I got left in the fucking America because nobody else wants to watch that garbage. But yeah, man, if you could play that soundbite one more time, I need a good laugh, man. I've been depressed like for the last 2 years, and that just ended my depression. That shit was that was hilarious. But I'm gonna let you get to some other calls, man. Nigga's a fucking goofball. Like.
Oh, man.
Shout out to TVV, protect your mental health at all time. The pack is back. Shout out to my boy Treese in Toledo. The pack is back, baby. I'm out.
All right. Speaking of mental health, ladies and gentlemen, completely off topic and not a joke or a play on words, we will be having our first episode of a show that will be called The Check-In, and that's going to be with Sarah Fina of Split T and myself, and our first guest will be Andre Durrell. This show will focus strictly on mental health and people, going through certain things in boxing. It won't really be about boxing, allegedly, but it seems like it's still going to be about boxing because it'll be, some retired fighters or, life after boxing, right? Because it gets depressing for some of these guys after this sport. So Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern will be the first episode of the Check-In. Check it out. We're going to be live with Andre Durrell. We got a super chat here from Jay. He says, "New, I guess he meant Ness. What up? Who you want to see Wilder fight by next? Give us 3 names, TBV." Well, Joe Joyce. Let's throw Michael Hunter in there. He's always been adamant about beating Wilder. Let's throw Joe Joyce, Michael Hunter, Jared Anderson, Ajit Cababel, Philip Hergovich. That's really it. I would throw Martin Bacoli, but he just got ordered to fight Cassius Chaney. Hopefully the motherfucking Prince picks that one up too. Let my boy Cassius Chaney eat. He's coming off the biggest win of his career, the destruction of Trevor Bryant. Hopefully that's enough to get the Prince's attention. Gio, what up? Malcolm Slaughter, welcome to the prospect level. Remember, if we get to 500 likes, we'll open up the live chat, and it won't just be for members. Aiden, $2. Good energy. Aiden, come on, champ. You need to become a member. M-Easy, we read that. No, we didn't. Wilder should fight Joyce or Dubois. Good fights. And Super Judah, now I get your super chat where he said you're talking to Zangief, and this is him, which he's right. This is what I was saying when I said the fight poster resembles Street Fighter. This is what I meant. T-minus now. I'm screen sharing. This is the Street Fighter character I was talking about, and this is who they look like right now in that poster. No bullshit. There's a resemblance. But getting back to the phone lines, we got on Discord the mayor of Toledo, Ohio. What up?
Yo.
Gio, you never unmuted, so we'll come back to you. What up?
What up, though? Man, I'm listening in, man. I ain't really get to see that press conference like that. I was tied up, but I got to see bits and pieces. Oh shit. From what I'm seeing, what is my man's he making a one belt for all with the Undisputed is what I seen. Is that what I see? He trying to make a belt for so
I ain't seen none of that. I ain't seen none of that.
Yeah, I seen that. I should have screenshotted it. But yeah, on the press conference, he put it on the screen. I guess he creating Undisputed Championship belt for the heavyweights. I seen that. I like that idea, man. He trying to disband all this sanctioning body shit. I see it. I like what he's trying to do. I like that a whole hell of a lot. That's getting on some UFC type of time. Giving us the fights. It's going tournament type style.
He got the money to do
it. Now he creating one belt to consolidate all 4 of the other ones for the heavyweight division. Oh man, he making major moves, major fucking moves. And man, I got a question. I know his excellency and all this shit, but Ness, I got a question. Do you think he's above reproach for being promoter of the year?
Yeah,
is that above?
He's not a promoter though. Like they're using Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotions, and Eddie Hearn Promotions. So he's not a promoter. He's just a facilitator. He's the money. He's the backer. He's
less.
He's like the MGM Grand, right? Like MGM Grand, or whoever the fuck had the Ryan fight.
Okay.
He's
like the angel investor type shit.
He's just the venue. He's going a step further. See, MGM Grand bought Floyd a Bugatti so he could fight there. But that's only one fighter. And you gave that one fighter for what, $4.6 million to make sure he brings his fight there. But this guy is giving the fighters the purse. The promoter gets a cut of that purse. So he's making sure the fights come to his country to put an eyeball on his country and tourism.
Okay. I like it a lot. Like I say, I like what he's doing, creating one single belt for the whole division for Undisputed. I love that shit, boy. Get rid of these other jokers with this sanctioning body shit. He got the belt. Y'all want to come fight, and y'all want to make the money, so shit, come fight for my belt. I like that shit a lot. And hey Ness, I just wanted to say I heard that you're doing a mental health show. I just wanted to say How come not a show like a? Well, how come you just didn't call it like the Boxing Mind or something like that? But just some, keep it in the
The show
theme. But
the show
go
name
ahead, go ahead.
was her idea. It was her thing. I'm just, I'm just a vessel.
It's just your venue. It's Angel Investor. Your Turkey Island Chic. I like it. I like it. But shout out TBV. Shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. And I'm looking forward to that mental health show for real though.
All
But
right.
everybody be cool, man, for sure. Shout out. Y'all be cool.
Al in the Bay, what do you say? Rider of the Storm, $5. Bum Squad with a fluffled up resume. Your king is a drag queen, princess emoji, who wishes to get pregnant. Keep eating those mushrooms. You guys are mean.
Yo, is this working?
Yes.
Yo, what up, Nez, man? First of all, shout out to the Boxing Boys. Shout out to you and Danny, man. Listening in here from Chi-Town, man. So great. Just got into the show a little late. I'm seeing it's about the main event they're having on March 8th. So exciting fight. Great for boxing. I got to say, I'm going to have to take Joshua. Not really a big fan of these UFC fighters coming into boxing. I get it. They want to make some big money. But they ain't at the same level as some boxers sometimes. And, you get to see it when a boxer just outmatches him. As well as I'm glad Zang is having an opportunity, man. I'm waiting for him to get a good title shot against probably like, the Furies, the Wilders, the Joshuas. He's a good boxer coming up, and I can't wait to see what he does.
Well, Wilder avoided him, so it would have to be Fury now or Joshua if he wins.
Yeah, Fury might avoid him too. Fury's about big names.
Word. Hopefully this win over Parker, helps him make those fights a little easier. Maybe he gets more popularity.
Right. And I think Zhang's power is definitely gonna show out against that Parker fight. And Parker, he showed out in Wilder. He caught me by surprise on that Wilder fight. Kind of fucked up my parlay, but it is what it is. It's boxing. You never know what happens. Who wants the most? But that's all I got to say, man. Shout out to you guys. I enjoy the show. Can't wait to keep on listening to it. Be safe.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Remember, if you want to call in, the number to call, 1-425-569-5241. Twitter space is available, just request. Discord available, just request. Al in the Bay, what do you say? Jump out, jump back in. Al, jump out, jump back in. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Once we get to 500, that will unlock the live free chat. Right now, we're members only mode, but we can unlock it with another 300 likes. You know what I mean? It's free to hit that like button so you get that live chat right back. Right now, if you're on Twitter, you do need to request same for Discord. And on the landline, got a couple people, but you do have to press 1. Yeah, man, I think the best fight on this undercard for me will be Zang and Parker, man. Ray Vargas and Nick Ball, that ain't enough. It's a decent fight. We get to see how good Nick Ball is. But nothing really to write home about. Nothing crazy like that, So, yeah.
But Anthony, get up with your man Eddie and Barry Hearn and tell them to check their email. I got something special for you.
Days, Wagwan.
Nestor Ross Clock Gibbs, Wagwan, brethren.
What it do?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling. I'm not gonna lie, man. I wasn't expecting Joseph Parker to fight Zang. I was expecting him to fight Wilder or Joe Joyce or something like that. So I think it's gonna be a good fight, man. Especially because Joseph Parker, he got that he's on a streak right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had a hell of a year. I think he had the biggest comeback of 2023, man. I think he didn't really get enough credit for what he did last year. You feel me? Fighting 3 or 4 times, beating Deontay Wilder, who nobody thought anybody could beat Wilder except for Fury or possibly Usyk. A lot of people didn't even think Usyk could beat Wilder. So shout out to Joseph Parker, man. But I got my boy, the Big Bang Zang, knocking that nigga the fuck out respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I got, the boxing Yao Ming knocking out Joseph Parker in brutally fashion. You know what I'm saying? And but I do think it's gonna be a more competitive fight than people think, because I think Joseph Parker is going in there with a chip on his shoulder. And I think it's going to take some time for Zang to really crack him. I don't think it's going to happen within like 5 rounds. I think it's going to be like a late tail, like either round 9 or 10 type shit. You know what I'm saying? What's the undercard looking like, Ness? I don't really know what's going on. What's the undercard looking like, man?
It's not the best, man. It's not the best. It's you got AJ versus Ngannou, then you got Zhang, Joe Parker, then you have Ray Vargas taking on Nick Ball, and pretty much that is where it ends, because from there it gets really crazy. You got Justice Hooney is back, right?
Okay.
And he's fighting someone we've never heard of by the name of I don't know, Zhao Amalayo. I don't even know. Then we got one of the Chamberlains versus someone named Gwyn. We got a Fury, not Tommy, not Tyson.
Whoa! There's another Fury brother.
Yeah, Roman Fury.
Bomba clot. I never knew that, dog. I never knew that, bro. Holy shit. Is he good? Is he solid?
He's winning.
Okay.
He might be better than Tommy, to be real. Like, he's at least, I believe, a puncher.
Okay. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna watch that fight. Yo, Ness. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got that boy Francis pulling off the upset on AJ, bro. AJ's this is a perfect matchup for Francis because AJ is chinny. We seen what happened with Ruiz. We seen what happened with
Ngannou ain't Ruiz though, but I hear you.
I feel you.
Even
But
though
Francis is
the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is you might be more right than me. Like, Ngannou, he dropped Fury with a left hook, and the left hook. The left hookers were fucked up, AJ, in the Ruiz fight. So maybe you right, maybe I'm wrong.
Yes, we seen Tyson Fury elbow the shit out of Francis, and he act like it was just like a little baby slap, man. This is a tough motherfucker, Ness.
Well, he going up against a Nigerian himself now, so it ain't like he going up against some softy. Like, AJ's proven that he is the tougher heavyweight. Like, all this time we was trying to think that it was Wilder, and AJ's resume has eclipse Wilder's career.
Oh, by far. Way better resume than Wilder, man. It's kind of sad how Wilder's career is going. And I do have faith that he can get back on track if he gets his mind right and gets a better trainer. But, yeah, man. I love, I like AJ, but I just think he just don't got that. He's not a pit bull, Ness. I wouldn't say he's a chihuahua, but he's not a pit bull. He's more like a golden retriever type nigga. Like, he's just too. He looked great in his last fight. He just don't got that. You know what I'm saying? Ness? He don't got that DMX. You know what I'm saying? He don't got that DMX in him, Ness. You feel me? Francis is like DMX and like Tupac, and AJ is like Omarion, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like LL Cool J, just too cool and we'll see what happens. But I got Francis pulling off the upset, especially because I know he's gonna be the underdog. So I'm gonna put a little bit of money on Francis Ngannou, man. But salute to the Boxing Boys, the biggest Bomba Ross Clot boxing podcast in the world. You know what I mean? Shout out to Nestor Gibbs, man. I'm out. Let's get it.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I disagree with a few things, but obviously he wasn't hearing me, so it is what it is. Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO were on the screen next to the belt. Turkey were just give a description of the belt, material used, leather, gold, etc., same as WBC. All right. I mean, look, I don't know how that's going to work, right? Like, the only way your belt is going to overtake the WBC is to continue doing what you're doing, right? Like, people will only value his belt if his show is the greatest show on earth. So if it's like I'm being paid more on the Turkey Al Sheik cards and I'm getting more attention on the Turkey Al Sheik cards, well, then that belt matters more. That's just how it goes. He's going to have to keep doing what he's doing. But he is consistent. I mean, we getting cards from this motherfucker every other month. Shout out to them. They not playing. Revelation TV, $5 Ness. Where is the undercard for Fury Usyk? I want my man, F.A. Ajagba on that undercard. He needed a piece of the Saudi bread. Nah, champ. He's not getting any of those. He's not getting any of those. He's not on the, like, that undercard is announced already. It's worse than this one. I seen someone say, "Oh, you should have done a show on it as well," but you know, no one goes looking for, like, when you search AJ, you're not searching Fury. It's one or the other. So like a person that's looking to see what's next for AJ is gonna search AJ versus whoever the fuck he's fighting, Ngannou, right? So we just wanted to keep it separate for catalog reasons, you know, when people want to reference back to it. That being said, I will try and see, can I find at least the graphic to show you that undercard, because there's some graphics made already. Okay, here it is. That was quick. It's poor. It's very poor. There's so many people I don't even know on this card. It's crazy. I mean, you're talking to like a 13-year vet here, and I don't know. Let's see, who do I not know? Okay, so we do know British, and we're getting a rematch. Cordina, I don't know who the fuck he's fighting. Kovalev, I do know. And obviously Rob Safar, I do know. I don't know why they got his name spelled Sarwan. I don't know. But I know Rob Safar very well. That's my boy. Moses Satama, obviously we know, but he's going to be in his own separate bout. Bagadar Jalav, we know, and he'll be in his own separate bout. David Nikita, never heard of him. Is this... No, and it can't even be. That's not even the Tim Zhu Nikita, because it would be Nikita Zhu. I don't know who the fuck David Nikita is. Isaac Lowe's on the undercard. Tyson Fury's ex-trainer. And I don't know who the hell is Hamadi. So, you know, this undercard is poor. I fuck with this one slightly, right? Because the Opatai British Prescott fight, Meredith's British fight was a good first fight, so that's going to be great second fight. The Kovalev fight, this is him trying a new part of his life at cruiserweight, but truth be told, I want my boy Rob to stop this motherfucker. Like, Cole, stop him. And Bakadir Jailov, finally, someone, you know, doing something with him. Lou DiBella had him 6 fights off TV. Maybe one of those was on TV. Then now he did a co-promotion with Top Rank, and they did nothing with him yet. This is the first thing they've done. So, yeah, this is not the best undercard. Let's just be real. Tip Bellis. While we wait for Tip to connect, don't forget to smash the thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1 million. Right now, we own 187,740. Tip, you got to unmute.
Yo. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Man, it's like they killed Al Heyman, so Turkey Al Sheik could walk, man. Shit crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes going to Saudi for the big money. You know what I'm saying? And then all these people in the boxing industry was killing Al Heyman for paying these fighters big money. I just don't get it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the difference was Al Heyman was paying big fighters not to fight big fights. He was paying big money to step aside, paying big money to fight in-house. This dude's paying big money for the real shit. Bro, I don't know if you know, but he's paying big money to make 5 of the best Matchroom versus 5 of the best Frank Warren. I bet
You know, it's
I
mad,
bet
like,
you Al won't sign that contract to do 5 of the best PBC with 5 of the best Top Brand, or 5 of
I
the
wouldn't
best
do it with Turkey.
Matchroom,
Listen,
or 5 of the best
if I
Frank
was
Warren.
out, if I was Al Heyman, I wouldn't do it with Turkey Al Sheik. Nah, hell no.
Exactly. Cause you don't believe in your fighters, plus you got them inactive.
Nah, it's not that, Ness. It's not that, Ness. I don't think people realize, like, this is like, I just might have a little bias in it, and it's not it might be towards Turkey Al Sheik, and it's nothing like me being a
Bias?
favorite of PBC
What
and
do you
anything.
mean
But yeah,
bias?
it's like, what I'm saying is, I feel like we having fights taken away from us in the States. I feel like we sending fighters over there instead of having these fighters fight in house. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't give a fuck about that, bro. First of all,
I'm with Oscar, man.
this is boxing is a worldwide sport. It is global. You are a world champion, not a USA champion.
Yeah, man, but it's just that this is something about big fights happening in the U.S. and not in Saudi Arabia. Like,
bruh,
it's just
everybody gets their turn, though. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
why God
right.
is good, because you know the top can't stay at the top forever. Las Vegas can't be the mecca of boxing forever. You know, and if it is, if it go down as the mecca forever, then Saudi's about to become something else. We're gonna start calling that something else. Saudi will have its own phrase, but I don't think that we should be afraid of growth.
But if you lose that American, audience, bro, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot.
I mean, he giving us pay-per-view. What is we talking about? How you losing it?
You taking big fights out of the States is what I'm saying. That's a real issue.
How?
That's
I was just begging for Devin Haney to fight in Puerto Rico, and like, yo, it's world boxing. Like, I'm struggling to understand why these fights got to happen in America.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You talking about one fight in particular, like that's just the one fight. But I'm talking about in terms of, like, yo, he's got a stacked ass card. Like, that's a stacked card, and you're taking a stacked card and you're putting it overseas.
You sound threatened, bro. That's a little bit crazy. Because you a boxing fan, you should be caring that you getting fights, good fights, not caring where the fights taking place at.
I sound like De La Hoya right now.
Yeah,
you don't think Oscar De La Hoya is great right now?
And you know what he told Oscar? You won't be missed. Nobody cares, like, that you don't think. Not you, but that nobody cares that Oscar think all fights shouldn't go to Saudi. Well, find the money. You've been at this before him. You gonna have to find an investor then to keep them fights over here, because right now, America's losing. We losing. We've been losing. The hot spot was the UK a couple years ago. We've been losing. We don't generate the money that everybody else generates. What we do is we overcharge, so that we can say we generating more than the UK. They paying $20 a pay-per-view. We paying $80 and $100, so that we could brag that we got better pay-per-view. We don't got no better pay-per-view because we paying more. That's some whack shit. Fuck that. I'm with the Sheik. How much was the last pay-per-view? $40 fucking dollars for a great card. I'm with the Sheik. I stand with the Sheik, motherfucker. I stand with my pocket. I stand with my entertainment level. Like, I don't got an alliance to none of these motherfuckers. My alliance is to the sport. Oh, you putting on the best fights? I'm paying for a subscription. You putting on the best fights? I'm going to glorify that. We're going to prop that up. We're going to talk about that. Oh, you putting on shit fights? We're going to criticize that. We're going to make sure they know you putting on shit fights. You robbing people, we're going to make sure you robbing people. We're going to make sure everybody know you robbing. That's what we do. You know, I don't give a fuck about that. Oh, we losing fights. It should be in them. I don't care. How many times do I got to repeat? The best seat in the house is right here in studio, watching it on television. Them judges getting it wrong every day for being in the arena. We know what's going on right here from the luxury of our home. You think I care that they in Saudi? Like, I don't want to take no 20-hour flight. But he putting up the fight. I'll watch it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I don't care. Honestly, I don't, man. Imagine what boxing would be without the Sheik, and it just started with him. But he doing that much. I can't wait for this motherfucker to take interest in the lower divisions. Give me Abdul Wahid and Haney. Give me Shakur and Abdul. Give me Frank Martin de los Santos. I mean, Turkey Al-Sheikh. Don't be stingy. Don't just like the heavyweight division. Don't be a fan of division. Be a fan of sport. You feel me? Come save us. Come save us. Fuck that. Light up that 40-pound division. Get interested in that. You understand? Give me Haney Matisse. You think I give a fuck? I mean, I do rather have it in Puerto Rico because I want to travel to Puerto Rico. And that's only like a 2-hour flight, unlike motherfucking Turkey Al-Sheikh backyard 20 hours away. Ain't nobody got time for that. But he want to pay for that. I'm with it. I take Matthias Haney all day. Motherfucking Turkey Al-Sheikh, is you listening? Give me Crawford Jaron Ennis. How about Crawford Canelo? Take it to the Middle East. You think I give a flying fuck? I only care about the fight, bro. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Now, every now and then, I could get a little bit invested and want to go to a certain island for a certain fight, but that's just me because I'm a Caribbean dude. You feel me? I love vacationing. You feel me? So if I could work and vacation, why not? You feel me? So that's the only reason I say that. But outside of that, Ness don't give a fuck where to fight. They could fight in Haiti, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I certainly don't. I'm going to watch it on television and be happy with the best seat in the house. But we're going to keep these phone lines moving. If you want to call in, the number to do so, still rocking and rolling, Twitter as well, and Discord. We got Malik, New Orleans. What up?
Yo.
What's good?
What's good, man? Yeah, Tip, man. You should be fucking threatened, man. You should be threatened, bruh. Because, hey, we don't fucking appreciate boxing enough out here, man. That's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
So you gotta respect the game, bro. You gotta respect the hustle, just like UFC. The Saudi got UFC out there too, bro. They just had to cancel a UFC card for March because they said it was too weak. The card was too weak. They didn't want those fighters, so they canceled that card and they moving that shit to June now, so they could get a stronger card. Man, you gotta respect that, bro. They not even trying to put out no bullshit. Like, they not even letting certain fighters fight on that card because they saying it's bullshit. So how you don't respect that, man? They trying to give you the best pay-per-view card that they can give you. So they gonna do the same shit with boxing, bro. So why wouldn't we want that shit, bro? If you a fan, you gonna get the best fights possible. They trying to give you everything you need, bro. So it's a win. I don't understand. I mean, I guess he threatened off the fact that they taking the shit from the U.S., but hey, man, fuck, you get at least you're getting a good fight, bro. You get to watch a good fight, man. So I understand his point, but hey, we got to step our shit up out here, man. That's on us. We got to step our shit up. So fuck, maybe we could get the best fights out here, but motherfuckers don't want to fight out here, man.
I don't even think that's gonna help. Like we talking about a dude that's paying AJ $50 million and Ngannou 20. Like it don't matter.
yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, it don't matter what we would have did or how American fight fans would go to the fight. Like, we just can't compete with that money.
Right, man. See, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of forgot about that fast. I forgot they was paying like that, bro. Come on, you paying like that, man. You gonna get a motherfucker to fight. You gonna pay me $50 million? Come on, man. That's why I don't understand how Wilder. He already got paid, so I guess he don't mind turning down that fight. But he would have had another big payday back to back.
I mean, look, I want to get to that point, Malik, in my life where I could just walk away from X amount of dollars. You understand? Because
you ain't lying.
We all know they was not trying to lowball him to fight Zang.
Fuck no, man. They was gonna give him at least what? At least 15, right? At least 15 mil.
I mean, I think
At
the
the
last
least.
thing he made, didn't he make 10 or 12 in his last fight with Parker?
Damn, I thought he made a little. Well, fuck, if he only made that with Parker, then shit, they're probably gonna throw him about 8, maybe 7 to 8
I
to
think
come out
more
there
than
and
that.
fight
I think
Zang.
more than that. Off of Laws versus Zang, who would
You
kill
think he
him.
was gonna get Mo off of loss?
I mean,
They
shit.
gonna throw him Mo bread off the loss? Why would we do that?
Because you serving him up to a puncher. You got to make it enticing.
Yeah, but we can't reward you for losing still. So we still can't give you more.
So look, according to estimates, Deontay Wilder got $10 million for the Joseph Parker fight. And bro, just think about that, because you think that's a little. You think that's a little, but think about that. Fucking Parker
was a lot, man.
Parker was a minus 800, bruh. So they gave you $10 million for a motherfucker that was supposed to have no shot.
Right, that's supposed to be a little layup. We throwing you a fucking alley-oop.
So
all
they
you gotta
know.
do is dunk it.
So that's what I'm saying. They know Shelly Finkel and Malik Scott know about boxing. They know, they like, yo, all right, we threw you that. Zang ain't the same fighter. Zang is a murderer. It had to be more, but you're right.
They might match it.
I don't think it was
they
only
might
$3
match
million
it, though.
more.
They might just match the shit.
I mean, maybe
they might just match it, bro.
5. I guess 5 wouldn't. 5 is 15, because they saying he got 10. Maybe 15 is a lot. I don't know, man. I'm not a millionaire. I don't know how many. I don't know what's the difference between 10 and 5. If that's a big difference or not.
I mean, look, it had to be a big difference because he turned that shit down. So it couldn't have been the same exact bread. There's no way, bro.
I never thought I'd see the day he turned down some smoke. I swear.
Me neither, bro. Me neither. And I feel like, bro, when you turn it down to smoke now, hey, it might just be time, bro.
Yeah, might as well retire now. Might as well retire now because it's like
you went out good, bro. It ain't like you're gonna get your respect.
Unless Turkey Al-Sheikh show us he's a real, real good guy, and he's like, all right, we gonna throw Wilder, like, I ain't gonna say Junior Fa because he already sparred him, but somebody like that, like maybe Valeen, maybe Odo Valeen. Even though that's a southpaw, that's probably dangerous for Wilder. But hey, you know.
But man, he can't keep saying how dangerous every fight is, though, man. You gotta take one.
I mean,
man.
think about it.
Come on, it's a fight. When the fight not gonna be dangerous, man.
I'm just saying he looked, you know, he had those tough Luis Ortiz fights. He won them, but they you know, somebody could be like, oh, southpaws might give him issues.
And they gotta just start doing it like the UFC do, bro. When you lose, you start getting them young fighters, bro. They're gonna keep throwing you them young dogs.
I mean, I would love that. Hey. I would love Wilder, Daniel Dubois, young fighter, Wilder, Fabio Wardley.
I like that.
Wilder, Fabio Wardley.
How you think about that?
Wilder,
that's Jared,
Wilder, Jared Anderson, Wilder, Michael Hunter. Like, there's a hella young dudes that I just don't think he'll take. They're gonna have to pay him a lot of money so that you know, he give up his name like that, because that's basically what he'll be doing is selling his name to these young cats.
That's what I'm saying. But that's how they supposed to do him right now, bro. Because it's like, look. It's either you gonna stay in the game or you gonna get out, bro. If you gonna stay in the game, then we gonna throw you them guys that's trying to come up, man. We can't stunt their growth because you scared. It don't work like that. Like we can't do that, man. We can't stunt their growth because you scared to fight now because you don't want another L on your record. Like, come on, man. It's either you gonna get down or lay down at this point. That's the only way we could do it, bro. That's why the UFC fans, bro, like, we respect our fighters, win or lose, bro. Win or lose, you gotta respect them. You gotta respect them. We don't mind that they got guys they got guys on the UFC roster that got 16 losses, man.
I mean, we got some of them guys.
Still respect them.
We got some of them guys, but we probably don't got as many. But we got our Gabe Rosados of the world and the Orlando Solitos. You know, they got 12 and 15 losses, and we still rock out. Like, I still think Gabe is a 50-50 fight with Berlanga to this day. Leo, what up? While we wait for Leo to connect, I got William on the Cash App, $2. He says, "What do you think about the new Undisputed belt?" Yeah, I haven't viewed it yet. Leo, what up?
What up, Ness? What up, Ness? Hey, Ness, Tip's tripping, Ness. How you only want to be a defend and fight in the U.S.? Man, you're the world champion, bro. It's just like, remember when you were a kid and you played Street Fighter and Ryu had to go to Brazil to fight Blanca, U.S. to fight Ken? Hey, bro, you defend around the world. How we gonna praise Spence and Haney for going overseas to win a belt, but then we ain't gonna praise Inoue or someone that comes over here and wins over here and be like, well, he won over here, so now he's the best. And like with Inoue and Fulton, where in America is Inoue versus Fulton gonna sell out like it did in Japan, Ness? That, you know what I mean? That takes me to going with Turkey and them in Saudi Arabia, man. Our fighters don't want to fight for peanuts, bro. I'm not even gonna say peanuts. They want to fight for 2-3 million. To them, that's nothing these days, which is crazy to me because you have fighters like heavyweights fighting 3-4 times a year, and now you got people like, what's that caller talking about? It's too early for Wilder to get back in the ring. I don't know what caller that was. He said it was too early. Hey, get the fuck out of here, man. How you want to be a dog and the king and you fight once a year? You know what I mean? That's crazy talk, man. If it's too early for him to get the ring, then it's right enough time for him to get out of boxing. Time for him to go. It's it. He's done. He's done this. All these Wilder fans are making excuses, dog. He's done. He ducked the smoke with Zang. That's crazy, dog. I didn't even think Wilder would duck smoke with anybody.
To this day.
It's over, man. He might as well retire, Ness.
Yeah, I never
That's
thought
crazy.
I never thought he would duck. I swear, I never thought he would not take this fight. Like the fact that there's
fucking
not
right
even
hand
an
that kills
excuse.
everybody's running. What the fuck?
I mean, it's crazy though. People certainly giving a pass. They certainly giving passes.
There ain't no pass. There ain't no pass, man. Ness, but man, we got to support. If the money's in Japan, then they got to go to Japan. If the money's in Europe, they got to go to Europe. If the money's in Russia, they got to go to Russia. If they want to get the big bucks, they got to go where the money's at.
Yeah, man. Paydays, baby. You want the money, you got to go get it.
Yeah. How you gonna get paid at your mama's house? Get the fuck out of here. I'm out, Ness.
Leo, H-Town, stand up. Al in the Bay, what do you say? Revelation TV, I'm sure they got to pay taxes in America, homie.
Yo, can you hear me?
Unless they going to set up an offshore account and leave that money out there. Hell yeah, you got to pay taxes. You bring that shit back. What up, champ?
Payday. Yo.
You
hear me?
want payday? I know that.
We hear you.
Straight from the Bay, man. You know what it is. Pittsburgh, California on the map. Yo, man. This going to be a good card, man. And I like the fights. I like the Joseph Parker fight. I think that'll be a good fight. Him and Big Bang Zang, going at it. That Joshua fight, I'm not sure if I'm loving it, but I'll take it. I definitely gonna order the fight. I would say my sister's gonna order the fight because she's definitely a Joshua fan. So she most likely, I'll probably pay for it. I don't know. We probably go half and half on it. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good fight, man. I think Joshua might win. I wouldn't bet my marbles on it, man. I just don't feel like Joshua's all the way back. But this is a good fight for him. To see where he's at, for that title shot again, come back. So I like it. For Wilder, I think he needs somebody like Sanchez. Somebody in the top 10, undefeated, not really up there with the top of the echelon fighters, but has a good name, good record. Good second tier fighter. Trying to get on the come up. I think that'll be an excellent fight for him. Him and Sanchez going at it. I think the way that Water thinks, I would have took the fight, but it's like, is that the hill that he want to die on? And I use that word loosely, because it's like, if he lose to Big Bang Zang, it's for sure retirement. So it's like, do he really want to end his career on that? Or if he wants somebody like Sanchez, who's is on the up and up, but not at the top of the echelon. You feel me? I think that's the way he's looking at it, and I'm pretty sure he's ready to go. If we get that fight, surprised I wouldn't say he ducked, but he definitely ducked. He turned down the fight, but
Hey yo,
yeah,
it's
man,
hard.
that's just the way I'm looking at it.
It's hard not to call it what it
You might
is,
look at
huh?
it somewhere else.
No, I said it's hard not to call it what it is, right? Like it's either you want the fight or you don't want the fight. If you don't take the fight, we usually call you a duck. Like it's crazy that the dude that usually says motherfuckers don't want to fight him turned down a fight, bro. I'm done. I'm wow. I'm wowed. I'm wowed.
Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, you can't really you can't really say, oh man, it's not a duck, because it's like the proof is in the pudding, man. The fight is on the table. This is a big time fight. You know, and he's gonna come for you. So it's like, he might not want that smoke. So you gotta call it a duck. If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, man, it's a duck. You feel me? And just like I tell people, man, that's just a personal problem that he has. He didn't want the smoke, so you know. And for the guy who was like, "Oh, they're taking the fights away from the U.S."
Tippy.
Man, yeah, man. The fight's gonna happen where the fight's gonna happen, man. You know, Ali, they fought in Africa, man. And that was one of the greatest fights ever.
Word.
People still talking about that fight.
True.
You know, so the fight's gonna happen where the fight's gonna happen. And some of the greatest fights wasn't in the United States. Was not in the United States. So man, that's just the way it is. And it's just another market, a newer market. So this is actually a good thing because it's a newer market, people loving it. So now you got more eyes on the fights. Now you got more eyes on the sport. Now you got more fight.
Champ, that's the bell, but he's absolutely right, man. I mean, again, imagine the Sheik wouldn't be involved in boxing, how slow the year would have been and how we would have not had Day of Reckoning. And he's working off momentum. I mean, you got to remember, you got uh, the Fury Nagano, then you got the AJ Valine. Now you're right back with a Fury Usyk. Then you're back with the AJ Nagano. Like he's working off momentum, bro. You gotta back a dude like that, man. You can't hate. Congratulate. You smell me? Looks like oh, Al in the Bay, James Benitez said that if your girl gonna pay for the fight, no, if your sister gonna pay for the fight, she can subscribe to TBV for free. Tip Bell is counterpunch. But yeah, we do need them subscriptions. We trying to get to a milli.
Yeah. Yo.
We hear you.
Yeah, man, y'all are
People not
chilling.
happy
Listen,
with you, man. They not happy with you,
I
man.
know
I think you
I
need
know
to.
they're not happy,
Yo, you
but
got people in the
they
Discord thinking that you, that is more than boxing. That you just
listen.
don't want to really say what you want to say. So I don't know. I
What
mean, I would tread lightly.
what is it that I don't want to
I
say?
don't know. You gonna have to go check in Discord, man. Can't be saying them things on the live show.
Damn, I guess I gotta go over there with the back call boys.
Nah.
Listen,
Just
they're
on
not.
the 24/7 chat.
Yeah, nah, but like it's like this, man. Everybody gonna like it till they realize that they can't even go see a big fight in their own country. Look, it's like this. The UK, right? The UK not even gonna get a chance to see Joshua versus Ngannou in their own country. Joshua versus
Does
possibly Tyson
Ngannou live
Fury
in
in
the
their own
UK?
country.
Does Ngannou live in
No,
the
but
UK?
what I'm
So
saying
then
is,
why does that
what I'm
fight have to go
what I'm
there?
saying is, Joshua is the attraction. Am I wrong? Joshua is the
I think
attraction
the
in the
fight
UK.
is the attraction. The fact that Ngannou dropped Fury and it's a crossover fight is the attraction, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, yo, it's a big fight for UK fans because
I think that
it's
your
Joshua.
example would have been better if it was Fury Wild, Fury AJ. That's domestically deserves to be they fight, but they still was going to lose that even before the Sheik came. There was always, talks of overseas money. Like, this is not a new thing. Remember, they gave Mayweather a Bugatti to stay in Vegas. Like, this is part of the sport. Like, when you would draw, motherfuckers offer you shit to fight in their countries.
I ain't got no problem with fighters fighting in a different country, but it's just the way it's happening. It's like, yo, I'm watching the champ, you know what I'm saying, or champions being like not bringing money into their own country. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching. What I'm
Yeah.
watching right now
All
is
right, but why
the
don't
money
you look
being
at it
taken
like
away.
this? Why don't you look at it like this? This is healthy for the sport. Because the Owls and the was really Al, because Bob fucks with the Sheik. You know what I'm saying? He got Fury. He got Jarrett. Those are fighters that, he got Tack'em. Bob is making money with the Sheik. Frank is making money with the Sheik. Eddie's making money. The one that ain't making money is Al. So it's healthy competition because now it's going to force Al to put on big fights.
As he should.
It's got to force the competition. This is just competition. Like, nobody was mad when Al came in here throwing money around, and then nobody got mad when Eddie came in here throwing money around. So you can't get mad at the Sheik for throwing money around, player.
Yeah, but this is a different type of money. Like,
Yo, hate the game, not the player, man.
I'm hip to what you're saying, but the Sheik is a different type. Like, he got
We
money,
getting
right?
A-Rab money. I mean, Big Bang take Lil
his whole
Bang. You from the street, Big Bang take Lil Bang. Why we crying? Like, you ain't supposed to cry that I got more money than you. You just go home, you lost. Every time you want to bet, I'ma say, stop it. What's in the bank? 100, stop it. Nah, I got stop it. Nah, I got 1,000, stop it. You understand? The Sheik playing hardball with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Man, listen, I'm on my Trump shit, man. It's like how Trump was telling everybody, look, he was telling everybody, look, we selling ourselves to China. These fighters out here selling themselves to the Saudis, man.
Hey, generational wealth, man. Generational wealth. Wilder made $10 million in one fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could easily divide that $1 million apiece into his kids. It's more than that because I think he got less than 7 kids. So, you know what I'm saying? That money's gonna accrue interest by the time. Lock that in a CD. You talking crazy? I'm talking generational wealth shit.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it from the sport, bro. Like, it's certain things, like, they all play hand in hand, but it's like it somewhat hurts the sport for a fighter to just be greedy over money, you know what I'm saying, and take something away from fans that they should be able to experience in their own country. That's basically what I'm saying. I think UK fans should be able to experience Joshua versus Usyk in the UK, and fans like should be able to experience a big Wilder fight in the US. You know what I'm saying? And if the money's right on whoever end, listen, fuck it.
Wilder
Joshua
not
over there,
fighting no more, man.
Wilder, you know what I'm saying? Hey, It is what it is, bro. Like I
Wilder,
said, I would be.
he
Look,
turned down
I'm
that
all.
Zang fight. It's over, man.
I'm all for fucking Wild. I would have been all for Wilder going over to China to fight Zang. I would have been for that.
So you
I
just
would have
hating
had
on
no
the
problem.
sheet. Now you showing your
Nah,
colors. You hating on the sheet.
nah, man, because I understand what Zang brings. Like Zang doing 5 million in China, dog. Wilder ain't doing 5 million in China, but Wilder gonna do big numbers with Zang. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna have an outreach bigger than what it will be in the US. I understand that. I don't think that's the same case with the Saudis though. Like it'll be bigger. I think the American fan
I
base
just don't
or
get
for
you,
the
man.
American
Like
market,
you
the
gotta
American
learn
fight
to
market
pick
is
your.
probably the biggest, dog.
You gotta learn to pick your battles, though. Tip. You either want you either want good fights as a fight fan, or now you want fights in your country. Like I don't give a fuck about where the fight taking place. I give a fuck about the good fights.
Maybe I'm just mixing the business and what I'm saying, with the sport, and I'm just looking at it from all angles.
Nah,
But
man, I
yeah,
think you in your feelings, man. Like I get it. You feel me? Like Saudi ain't popping to you no more. Wilder took a loss. He not on Saudi. It's over. You feel me? Is everybody else except him? So I get it. If he would have won, people would have a different opinion, I believe. You know what I mean? Let me get to these super chats here. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for rocking out with me. We got Leonard Sterling. I'm pretty sure we said that. We'll say it again. He says, bottom four names Hooney are in separate fights versus TBAs, which is crazy that he's giving dudes TBAs in Saudi, man. Give me a TBA in Saudi. Chad, $2 Canadian. Truth. Revelation TV, welcome to the prospect level. Kyle, welcome to the prospect level. $10 from Optimus Prime. Tip tries to sound smarter than what he really is. Rolling on the floor laughing. And we got Leo, counterpunch. What it do? Smash that thumbs up. Subscribe while we wait for Leo to connect. Right now we at 187,743. Have you subscribed? Grab them devices. Subscribe up. CYP, stop crying in the chat because Wilder laws, man. Jesus Christ. These dudes, bruh. Don't make me play that audio again. That shit had these Wilder fans so tight. Leo counter. Leo. Jump out, jump back in, Leo. That ain't working.
Hello, my people. My bomb squad army.
CYP,
My
he
bomb
talking to
squad
you.
nation. I am a king.
To this day. To this day.
You can't win! You bum!
What the fuck's going on here? This is stupid, 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 stupid.
Yo, what's up, Ness? I appreciate you bringing me on right after the audio, man. I was about to get mad at you. I'm like, damn, man, why you play that shit for Brandon Maurice, man? He ain't play for me, man. No, I had to hear that shit, man. That nigga's not about to rise to no ashes. Nigga ain't about to come back in the ring like no fucking Phoenix. Nigga ain't finna die in no ring and shit like that, because he damn sure showed that with Joseph Parker. I mean, come on, man. It's over with, man. He's retired. He's retired. You know, just like you said earlier, man, if the Sheik could say to AJ, you my brother, but I still don't mind seeing you get knocked out. You know, he probably said the same shit to Wilder. Wilder's like, nah, man, I ain't doing that shit. So, you know, the Sheik goddamn offered that money to somebody who's really ready to get back in the ring again, which is Joseph Parker, which is a warrior, which is his career looking like he's rising from the Phoenix because he came the hard road, taking those goddamn underground low key fights and shit like that, and defeated Wilder. He's back on the big stage prominently. Do I believe he's gonna beat Zhang? Nah, not really. But if he surprises us, shit, he's a born again Phoenix, man. Which nobody can deny in this community, man. Overall, that card to me, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. We got two intriguing fights and everything with the main event and the co-main and shit. I don't believe that Ngannou has a chance because, like you've been stressing earlier, and I agree wholeheartedly that once you got footage on a fighter, it ain't gonna be no surprises. You know, Ngannou's still new to this. He ain't been in the ring with nobody like AJ before, which is a fundamentally sound, elite, heavy-handed boxer. To me personally, man, I think it's gonna be it might be a one-sided ass whooping after round 4. But man, I'm still interested to see, man, because Ngannou get these opportunities, and shout out to Bo Rogers for being envious of Ngannou getting these big stage chances and not Wilder. But Ngannou's a draw. Wilder's not a draw. Just accept that shit, man. You know, Ngannou's he's bringing cross cultures, as in the MMA, the international base, and even new boxing fans intrigued to see what he could really do. Whereas Wilder, we just getting rants like what we just heard again, and we don't believe that shit no more. Whereas we still have a glimmer of hope of Ngannou can actually do something in the sport, and he'll be a true story if he does upset AJ. But other than that, Ness, man, that's my call, man. Shout out to you, shout out to the community, man. Shout out to CYP, man. And Tip, I agree with you, but I don't agree with you, man. As in to the point is like, end of the day, much as I want these fights to be in the U.S., man, the niggas gonna steal this shit regardless of wherever the fuck it is. So if the Sheik's willing to pay for it and give us these fights, it is what it is, man. At least we getting it, cause we know Al Heyman ain't gonna give it. I'm out, Ness. Peace.
Appreciate you. Let's see what we got. General Camino.
Yo, Ness, what's good?
What up with you?
Coolin'. Yeah, man. The Saudis is doing their thing, man. They putting a lot of money into boxing. I mean, it looks like they're really trying to take over. I don't really have an issue with it as long as we get good fights. And they've been doing a pretty good job, so I really can't complain. As far as the Joshua-Ngannou fight, I can't say that's a fight I really want, but I'm sure the Fury and Ngannou fight did good numbers. So for them doing the attraction thing like that again is probably going to be a thing for them. So I can't really fault them on that. They got to make money, so that is what it is. But one thing, just seeing that, it just kind of sets in the fact that we may never get that Joshua Wilder fight. So that's kind of like that's tough to kind of to get through, but. That's boxing. As far as the Zang Parker fight, I mean, I don't know. That's another fight where I wouldn't. I don't mind it. I'll definitely watch it, but that's not a fight I really wanted. I mean, I definitely would have preferred Zang to go another route, but hey, it is what it is. Outside of that, I mean, I didn't hear your opinions. What you think about the Zang Parker fight?
I feel a little bit bad for for Parker, bro. Like you fight one puncher and they serve you up to another puncher. He was the underdog in that fight, and I'm gonna have him as the underdog in this fight. So, yeah, I feel bad for him. AJ, on the other hand, he got the win, and they gave him, what's considered an easier fight. I mean, Ngannou is 0-1.
Yeah, true. I hear you on that. Parker though, did he lose to Joe? Did he fight Joe Joyce?
Yeah,
Did
he
he lose to
lost to
Joe
Joyce.
Joyce?
He lost to Joyce.
Oh wow. So yeah, ooh, that's a tough fight for him. I mean, hey, it'll be probably a decent watch, but I mean, with a heavy puncher like Zhang, I don't know how long it'll last. But we'll see. I mean, hey, I like that they put in Apataya back on another card, though. I think he's good for business.
Yeah,
He's
he gets
definitely
his
entertaining to
rematch with
watch.
Meredith Britis, which was a good first fight. So that'll be a fun second fight. Britis will get a little bit older, and maybe Opataya gets it done this time in emphatic fashion.
Yeah, but before my call ends, I gotta agree with that point you had made about the Saudis getting involved with the lower weights. I think that's a great idea. The
Oh,
sooner
I
they
can't
do
wait
that,
for
the
that.
better. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of good fights as soon as they get involved with the lower weights. I mean, that should be a spectacle. And then, I mean, there's no reason not to fight with them. They paying out pretty well, so I mean, you kind of got to do what you got to do at that point. That's life changing money. So, hey, appreciate you taking my call. Shout out to the community. Everybody have a good night.
I want the Sheik to pay for Shakur to move up to fight Devin for the 140-pound title. Shakur always talks about sparring Bud and all that, right? Like we know Devin can't make the weight. Devin offered Undisputed. You know, uh, there's gonna be two sides to that argument. You're gonna agree that that was a good offer. You're gonna agree that it wasn't a good offer. We not here for that. Uh, we here to offer the fight again, but at 140 for a belt. Let the Sheik pay for that. Let him pay for Wahid and Haney. Fuck it. Let him pay for Haney and Matthias, Haney and Tio Shakur. You know, they've had some back and forth words. I wouldn't mind that. Um, Supermax $5. It's called the World Championship. The U.S. Championship is the WWE belt, and in the U.S. only, the elites are let in. The blue collar rarely get to go. Yeah, man, it's World Championship boxing, bro. You got to defend your title everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Not just in certain parts of the world. We got Leo. You back again? Thought we did that. Let me see here. Matador.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So, um, what do you think about Top Rank probably adding more people onto that um Arthur Better Beeve and Beevil card?
I mean, that's so far out. We've gotten word today that that's not till June, so it's a long time. We can think about it for fun reasons, but truth be told, people can get hurt. New players can emerge. Like
Right.
again, I never thought Parker would be in the conversation, and he is because he, took Wilder out and became a new player. So much can happen between now and June, but I mean, just the same names we've been wanting to see. I want Jared. I want them to put Jared on these cards. Who else can they use? Top rank. Top rank can.
Man, I think that's the only way you get Teofimo and Haney, right? I mean, because the egos and
Yeah,
oh, I'm
but you
the A
gotta.
side, I'm
I
that A
mean,
side. Like that's how that's how they made Fury Usyk. So I feel like that's probably the only way we get Teofimo Haney without them taking like a year to negotiate and say okay, the money's right now, but they'll get it done quick. Saudis, that shit will get done in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta hope that he expresses interest on a high level on those lower weights, because we see Isaac Lowe and some of these other guys are coming on these cards, but you know, that's not a high level like Joe Cordina. How much money is he making? How much money is
I
Isaac
know.
Lowe making? So like, you know, yeah, Ray Vargas and them, those are lower weights. So he's dippling and dabbling, you know, let's see.
Well, he could put it on the undercard. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could be in the undercard. Like, it doesn't have to be the main event. Like, I'm pretty sure they pay him pretty good. They won't care if they're the co-main. Like, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you getting paid, you don't care. Wilder was a co-main. He didn't care that he was a
Right.
co-main. He made fucking $10 million to be the co-main.
Man, it's crazy though. Like, the only ones that are like missing out here is like PBC. They got no fighters that have fought in Saudi. Like,
Yeah, no, Wilder was the only
they're
PBC fighter that fought in Saudi.
yeah, that's it. And like, it looks like he might not even go back to them by the time he retires. Like, I feel like
Well,
he's
he got
probably
a
done with them. You know, like he's not going back. Probably he's probably just gonna finish his career in Saudi and call it a day.
Yeah, he got a
Cause
3-fight
man,
deal
I
with
can just
Saudi.
imagine like if I'm a PBC fighter, like Caleb, like Fulton, like all these guys that haven't fought, like they're probably like looking at this like, damn, I wish I could get in that, you know?
Word. Word.
Yeah. Also, I looked at the live stream when they were doing the live stream. I heard Turkey Al Sheik. He was saying like, I want to do Frank versus Eddie. At first, I was like, oh shit, what the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah,
But then he
yeah.
said 5 fights, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And huh?
Yeah, no, I seen that, bro. He wants 5 Eddie fights versus 5 Frank Warren fights. That's what I'm saying. That's a beautiful thing. And you already said it. There's only one promoter that's not here. Like Bob Arum is involved. Frank Warren is involved. Eddie Hearn is involved. You know, fuck, like Dimitri Salita was involved. Lou DiBella is involved. Like Lou DiBella had Joe Junior Fa, and now he's got Bagadar Jalalov on it. Like, bro, everybody's working with this guy. I don't know what's the holdup with the PBC fighters, but maybe they just again are interested in certain guys, and that's where it stops. I don't know. Leo, I thought I went to you with your counter, champ.
Nah, you didn't get me. H-Town, baby. Hey, Naz, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, man, Tip is tripping, man. Tip thinks like he's a smart guy, but look, man, 30 million is what 20 to Joshua and 10 to Wilder that they got paid last fight. Man, if you want to do that in the U.S., just to pay them you'd have to get a venue, hold 30,000 people, sell $1,000 a ticket, sell it out completely, and you're still not going to cover them because you got to pay the rental fee for the venue. You know, it's crazy. If the interest in boxing was that big in America, then we'll be having these big fights. The sad thing is the interest in boxing isn't here because people are too busy with the UFC, the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, and everything else. So if Turkey could bring us these big fights, I mean, why are you complaining, bro? Watch the fight, shut the fuck up, enjoy the competition, and let's go, baby. Fight time. All I got.
All right. Appreciate the passion, Leo. Been definitely appreciating your calls as of late. As you can see, I even know your name now by heart, Leo from H-Town. He's definitely coming at Tip on a consistent level too, Tip, which means you got to get better. You understand? When you got someone preying on your calls, you got to make sure your shit airtight, bro. You can't be, you feel me? You can't be dropping the ball like that. But we got Huang in Houston. We're going from H-Town to H-Town. Actually, Huang is traveling the world, man. He's in Kazakhstan right now, right, Huang? Taking a bit to connect as he's on the other side of the world. Huang, you there? We heard you, but you muted
Yeah, you
yourself.
hear?
Yeah, we hear
You hear
you,
me?
man. We hear you coming in loud and clear. You all the way in Kazakhstan or still in Germany?
Man, I'm in Kazakhstan. It's -21, yo. It's cold as shit out here. You hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. Hey, yo, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Why this is a good thing we got Saudi, man, because see, they like to bring the brothers out there.
And now that Tank, Abdul Wahid, slave of the singular, slave of the one, right? He gonna be out there. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you what attracts these Muslim fighters to come out there. You got the small pilgrimage you can make any time, and it's an experience for any Muslim. It's the Umrah. So I mean, this is things that these brothers gonna want to come to do. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. Shakur Sheikh, what his name? Al Sheikh, Turkey Al Sheikh. He gonna make that Shakur Tank fight. You watch, man. You watch. I see it coming, man. It better be. Yeah, don't count PBC out, man. Like you said, you got Wilder already in the mix. That's all it takes. But yeah, man, and I that better be fight. Did you hear what he said though? When he told him, he's like, I want 5 of Eddie fighters and 5 of Frank Warren's fighters to do like a little competition. Did you hear when he said that?
Absolutely.
Man, that'll be live. I'm ready for that. But yeah, yo, I just want to put my little 2 cents in there. I'm telling you, man, there's so many Muslim brothers, man, going all the way back from the Hurricane Reuben Carter, man. In Turkey Al Sheikh, he gonna bring these brothers out there, man, and make a bunch of money for these brothers and bring some fights. They ain't gotta be over here like that brother, like the one caller was just saying, man. The blue collars ain't getting in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to Toyota Center to watch no Charlos charging me all that, and you ain't even gonna give me a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Trash when they did with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, shout out TBV, like and subscribe.
I appreciate you, man. Enjoy your vacation. Shout out to Barenzi on Twitter. Look at this little fun fact. Ouch. PBC fighters that haven't fought since 2022. Rashi Warren, Gary Antoine Russell, Gary Russell Jr., Leo Santa Cruz, Abner Mares. I'm assuming that's a Eurocas Gamboa. Keith Thurman, Emantis Thenonius, Jesse Vargas, Jesucito Lopez, Danny Swift Garcia, Brian Castaño, Brian Perelia, Elislandri Lora, Daniel Jacobs, Anthony Durrell, Andre Durrell, Andy Ruiz Jr., Ali Ern Dezern, Luis Ortiz. Whoa! Thank you, Al Heyman. We got Big If. What it do?
Yo, salute, man. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, salute to you, man. It's a great show once again, man. Salute to the TDV community, but yo, I gotta say, man, like, what we doing, son? Like, wow, we location banging now. Like, y'all dudes is y'all tired of like promotion of company banging, you location banging now. Like, son, who cares, man? We get into fights that we probably would not get, like, like the heavyweight division, like, you know what I mean? So now it's time for us to get these fights, and y'all want to call in, just chat and shit and complain. Like, come on, son. Like, salute to the turkey, man. Turkey Al Sheikh, man. Salute to him. And like I was saying in the Discord, man, like you did the award show, you should have like had a category giving it to him, man. Like, you know what I mean? Just for giving us the fight. Hopefully, I'm hoping, like you said, like everybody's been saying, we get him to like put those resources and the money into like the 35-40 division, man. We need that urgently, man. Hopefully, Al Heyman and the PBC cats, they hopefully no egos or whatever. They let those guys go. Um, I know maybe location might be paramount for some of those cats, but I don't care about that. Hopefully, we get those fights, man. That's all we want to see. We just need to see these fights, these exciting fights, and we're seeing heavyweight boxers coming in box back to back in a few months. Like, you know what I mean? We haven't really seen this type of stuff in a while. So hopefully we get more of these. I'm excited, looking forward to the Matchroom versus Queensberry card. And that's it, man. But salute to you, salute to the community. I'm out, man. Peace.
All right. Appreciate you, champ. Um, we got that's the last caller. Okay. Looks like I got to everybody. Nes GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me tomorrow morning. 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Right back at you with another one. Oh, last minute call from Calls, ironically. What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So before you end the show, man, I'm kind of upset, bro. It's like, oh, not upset, but I'm like, dude, what happened to Brandon Figueroa with fighting Ray Vargas?
You know
Like,
what
bro,
happened, bro? No money, bro. No Al Heyman money. No date. No venue. We gotta wait till Amazon in March, and it's like, bro, Vargas is like, well, fuck that. I'm fighting.
damn, that's so whack, man. Because Figueroa only fought one time last year in March, and that is it.
And
But at
guess
least
what?
Ray Vargas.
Vargas is fight. He fought Foster last year, and now he's fighting this year.
Oh man, that does really bug me. But Ray Vargas versus Ball, it's a good fight. It's a good fight though, cause Ball, he fought Dugbay on his last fight, didn't he? Nick Ball.
Bro, poor Vargas has fought one time in 2021, one time in 2022, one time in 2023, and he's about to have
God
his first fight of 2024. Pobrecito.
damn, bro. And Nick Ball, like he's a power puncher too. But at least he's getting his money. But it's like that shit's so whack. Like how like they don't keep these fighters active. I mean, I guess PBC did give us good fights, but it's like, bro, like these fighters are not active enough. Like another example is Caleb Plant. Like he only fought one time last year in March against David, and that is it. But I mean, I like the card though. Is it better than Day of Reckoning? I don't think so. But it's a good card. I think I'm gonna call out of work just to watch it, honestly. But man, dude, I was looking for Figueroa and Ray Vargas, but I mean, at least Ray Vargas now gets to get his bag. And if Nick Ball wins, I mean, if he fights Speedy next, I think that's gonna be a really fun fight to watch because of their styles. And then like Parker, man, he first like fought Wilder, now he's fighting Zang again. Damn, like that's I mean, kudos for him for having the balls for taking it, but it's like what happened to Wilder, bro? Like he didn't want to fight Zane no more.
You know it.
Damn, bro. But it's a good card, man. I really like it. I hope all the fights are good. And I have Joshua like by knockout, maybe like inside 6 rounds, maybe. Since Francis, he's getting a lot of momentum now because of that Tyson Fury fight. But Joshua, man, he's gonna knock him out. He's gonna knock out Francis Ngannou like pretty easy. But yeah, man, that's my call next because I have to like drop off this delivery. But thank you for letting me beat the last caller though.
Well, you used to be the last caller. CYP.
Yo. You know what, man? I'm trying to move on and grow up, man. Fighters getting older, top just getting older. We got to have some new shit to get mad about. The same old shit. Now we got Saudi overpaying dudes for nobody views, and that's a problem. But if somebody else in the US do bad views, it's a problem. But if Saudi do bad views, it's good for boxing. If USA do bad views, a PBC fighter do 70,000, it's a problem. But Ngannou versus Fury did 70,000. They did 70. Matter of fact, 67. They did less than Wilder Helenius. But that's not a problem because it was in Saudi. But then their reckoning did under 50,000. That's not a problem either because it was in Saudi. So the viewership is bombing, but it's good for boxing, which needs views. Now, if Saudi would just overpay you and give it free, then it would make more sense because then we can see how many people really want these fights that they're giving. Because I don't recall nobody ever asking for Parker versus Wilder or AJ versus Wallin. Nobody asked for that shit. Nobody even asked for AJ versus Ngannou. Nobody asked for Fury versus Ngannou. These are fights nobody asked for, but the Sheik personally wants these fights. So he gets what he personally wants and pays for his personal viewership. But nobody else in boxing, which y'all call yourself a boxing show, y'all don't want this shit. Y'all don't buy this shit. Y'all don't even tune in for the shit. The show about this shit don't even have many numbers. So I'm trying to figure this shit out. 1 week it's about the fans and the views and don't worry about their fucking money. Then this week it's about the money, fuck the views. Whatever narrative seems to work. And I'm personally getting tired of this shit. It's like I gotta create a new motherfucking character to battle you dickhead niggas now because you dickhead niggas was different from the dickhead niggas last week, but you look like the same dickhead nigga. I'm like, nigga, wasn't you here last week? Wasn't that you? You be like, nah, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. Nigga, it look just like you. Now all of a sudden you got a different narrative. Man, you call it a fucking weird. Weird. How many times I tell y'all dickheads? Wilder looked like he should retire. I don't need to see nothing. So why you keep mentioning me as if I'm about to call in there and say, nah, man, he ain't ducking no Zang, man. He got to go fight that dude. What? I don't give a shit about none of that. Them old ass sound bites. That sound bite old. The shit you playing old. Get some new lines, Huggy. Ain't nobody mad. Yeah, do more. I want more shit. I need to be excited for 2024 to bring you that 6-time Call of the Year shit. Because right now it's whack. We talking about the same shit. We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. If Zang beats Parker, AJ ain't fighting that motherfucker for no belt because he ain't got no belt. Fury's only fighting a couple of dudes. Fury gonna fight Usyk, obviously, and he might fight AJ for a grip of money or Ngannou rematch. That's it. So, Zane, you ain't getting no title shot. Parker, you ain't getting no title shot either. This is about y'all getting y'all money. Get y'all money.
Stop crying. Saudi ain't popping now because Wilder got his ass kicked. I love it. If Wilder would have won, Saudi would have been the shit. Now he want to talk about numbers. And FYI, you see how he dropped 0 sources. He's talking about, well, this pay-per-view did 67 and this one did 50. Who's your sources? Who's your sources? Where are you getting this information from? And why are you talking about numbers when we talk about this fight and the undercard? The researcher returns. Yo, shout out to the researcher, man. He is hilarious, bro. We got a couple super chats we got to get to, though. $10 super chat. Specifically for CYP. He says, Ness, you still have PBC booty shakers crying in the chat. Yeah, man. Optimus Prime, member for 18 months, right back at us on that champ level. He says, the Day of Reckoning actually did 150,000 views, not 50,000 views. Fans of Mans are hysterical. Rolling on the floor, laughing. Yeah, man, I didn't even know that they had numbers released for those fights, but I would still love to see the sources. James Benitez, counter.
Hey, Ness, I ain't know they had numbers released for those fights, but, man, shout out to the researcher, man. CYP, man, ain't like we coming for your head, man, but, you know, like they say, a hit dog does holler, man. So, with that being said, bro, we all know, man, you would be acting differently if Wilder would have won. You'd have been like, man, this is one of the biggest heavyweight events. We finally about to get AJ and Wilder, whoop-de-woo, and all that other good shit, man. You know, you was the same one saying nobody wants Wilder and Joseph Parker. A lot of y'all niggas, maybe not you, but I'm going to say a lot of the PBC soldiers or whatever the fuck, they're saying, man, Wilder can beat any other heavyweight but Fury. Any other heavyweight but Fury. So we just threw one that was just rebuilding his career and everything. And he just showed what? He just pretty much disputed that fact.
Jerry Forrest went 10 with Zang. I never thought I'd see the day Wilder avoid a dude that went 10 with Jerry Forrest.
Come on, my nigga. Like, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But end of the day, ain't nobody really trying to see that fight either, though, man. Ain't nobody trying to see nobody that went 10 with Jerry Forrest and lost to Hergovich, right? Nobody's trying to see that. We only want to see Wilder on the biggest fights ever, right? But he can't perform on the fights that he needs to do. Makes me want to believe, man, that, man, you know what, man, Wilder's legacy's so tainted right now, man. Like, because end of the day, only thing that we remember about Wilder is his losses, man. very few people actually remember the people that he actually beat with all those 10 title defenses. And if somebody can call on here and name them without box record, man, I'll be shocked. But I don't think nobody can name all 10 in a row. With that being said, man, shout out to the Saudis, man, because they are moving the heavyweight division along. Because if we left it in the hands of the Al Haymans and Eddie Hearn definitely was trying, and Bob Arum and shit like that, we'll be waiting until 2026 until it's all said and done, and these fighters relinquish their belts, and then we get a new crop of fighters. We wouldn't be getting none of these fights, man. So we got to be thankful for the Sheik, man, that he's actually doing this, man. Regardless of the numbers, man, we've been getting poor numbers here in the States, man. Like Wilder shit before the Sheik even got involved. Wilder Helenius did less than 75K. So I mean, shit. At least the Sheik tried to do something. He tried to actually rebuild Wilder's stardom to what some of y'all may have thought it was. But other than that, Ness, man, before I even get to rambling, man, shout out to you, shout out to the community, shout out to CYP. And CYP, man, it's the night show, man. You got to hit us with the dickheads and shit, man. Just say that shit in the day, man. Anyways, I'm out, man. Peace.
I mean, you can't get mad at him, he's got to release his emotions in some way, and profanity is just one way that he's venting. He's upset. Like, I'm upset. That's why I'm not letting it go. I wanted Wilder versus AJ, and Wilder fucked up. I'm not just giving him a pass for fucking up the biggest fight in the last 8 years. Like, he ruined it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought he was gonna take the Zang fight to rekindle the flame in the AJ fight, and now he didn't. So yeah, I'm just as mad as CYP. The difference is that CYP is, choosing to deflect and talk numbers and talk Wilder needing to retire instead of talking his true emotions, what he really feels, which is he's deeply hurt that, a person we invested so much time into didn't live up or rise to the occasion. Counterpunch, Tip Bellis.
Listen, man, I'm gonna just say this. When it's all said and done, y'all gonna realize that ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about Wilder's second run in the Saudis. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about it. And if you really want to be truthful about it, nobody even knew that Wilder was even fighting the weekend he fought in the Saudis. Why? Because Wilder didn't even reach the audience that Wilder represents. And y'all wonder why I'm sitting here having this argument. See, Wilder versus AJ would have the support of a what's that fight? Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. It would be of that elevated status of a Khan versus Brook, but it's lost its luster because Wilder's comeback wasn't towards the American audience. He only had one fight in the U.S., then he went to go fight in the Saudi. AJ ain't been fighting in the UK. AJ been fighting in Saudi. Neither one of them are trying to build this fight up to the height of what it should be.
What's your argument here? I'm lost, bro. I mean, I'm lost. Like,
what I'm saying is,
Wilder only fought once in the U.S. He need to be thanking His Excellency for giving him a fight. Didn't you just hear the list of names that haven't fought since 2022?
Wilder fought once in the U.S. because Wilder wanted to fight once in the U.S. It's not Al
man,
Heyman.
it's because he's got a certain mandatory minimum that he wants to receive or feels that he's earned to receive.
And that's what I'm saying.
And the people he worked with can't come up with the money.
We blaming it on these promoters, but it's these fighters, man. These fighters don't want to fight. That's the problem. And you know what I'm saying? That's a part of the reason why they're losing the luster for these fights is because they keep bringing up these problems about this money. Like, bro, fuck the money. They selling ass just to fight in Saudi right now. Like, look at this shit. And then they selling ass to fight in Saudi, and the numbers ain't even gonna match what they should because they're not even doing what they supposed to do. But I mean,
I mean,
I got
listen. We wasn't expecting Day of Reckoning to do good because we knew we wanted Wilder AJ and they was in separate bouts. That was just the appetizer to let us know it's coming. We didn't get to
but
do the
even if
big numbers. If you a numbers guy, we didn't get to do the big numbers because someone dropped the ball.
but even if they got the fight made, Ness, nobody would have known about the fight. I'm talking about nobody. Like who was Saudi's audience? Who does Saudi cater to? Like what is their outreach? Do we even know who Saudi's audience is?
What? The boxing audience, the global boxing audience.
So it's not a big fight.
What do you mean it's not a big fight?
Man, listen.
That's the bell, champ.
When
I would let you live, but I got my boy CYP with a king counter, so you don't let king counters wait. You feel me? What up, champ?
King Counter. Y'all crazy, man. Listen, man. I was sitting here talking with my wife after that call, and she was like, what are they talking about? I said, I don't know. They seem to think I give a shit about shit that I don't even talk about. I mean, I talk every single day. I talk boxing every day. I'm a talker. Everybody know that. I have not talked about Wilder needs some revenge. I have not talked about Zang versus, man, y'all are fucking crazy. I don't give a shit. I'm calling in about you motherfuckers talk about me. If y'all keep my name out your mouth, I won't call in. Wilder got his own lane. CYP got his own lane. Y'all mention CYP, he comes. The topics don't make me, no, never mind. It's you. If y'all want me to come, do me. James Benitez, he do it right. He mentioned my name. If he just would have talked about the topic, I wouldn't have gave two shits because I don't care about Saudi. I'm being honest. I didn't ask for these fights that they putting on. Wilder being on the card had nothing to do, had everything or nothing to do with them doing under 70K because I've been searching and nothing says they did 150. So my guy, I don't know what your search engine is versus mine, but I can't find it, and I'm more honest than any of you motherfuckers. CYP don't never lie. If I send me the link, you follow me on Instagram, Optimist. Send me the link where it say 150 because I can't find that nowhere. Because last time I checked, 75K was what they said Wilder did by himself versus a no-name that we don't know. So if you got Wilder and AJ and Bivol on the same card and it does under that, it should matter too because you was clowning Wilder. Don't run and touch your tail now when we talk about views because your side did trash views with more stars on it. Tip has a point. What audience are they catering to? Because ain't nobody watching. That makes no sense based on all those names that you had on one card. People should have showed up. But let that have been a Charlo card in Saudi and it did those numbers. People would have been talking about that Thursday ain't got no fans. They ain't got no star power. Y'all always nitpick. That's why people don't respect so-called hardcore boxing fans, because y'all do more complaining than being satisfied. That's all y'all do is complain. So I'm telling you, your complaining is coming home to roost. You talk about one dude's numbers, but we talking about yours now. What's up? Oh, now numbers don't matter. They getting paid a lot. Okay, we talk about a dude getting paid a lot. And Devin, his numbers ain't good. But then we got detractors there. Y'all motherfuckers got to get y'all shit together, man. All the callers who want to be caller of the year and try to dethrone the real king, you got to be consistent so the callers can trust your ass. So they know what you're going to say when you call in and you do it with a glare. Because most of y'all just be talking depending on what Ness want to hear. And then you'll change your mind. Like, motherfucker, you can't do it because you'll be forgotten. You'll be forgotten. Like all the dudes who Wilder knocked out, right? They forgotten. Tell me 10 dudes that Mike Tyson knocked out, motherfucker. Tell me 10 dudes that Mike Tyson knocked out, motherfucker. Tell me 10 dudes Triple G knocked out, motherfucker. Knockout artists aren't usually known for who they knocked out. They're known for how many people they knocked out. But then again, the call gonna get over. Y'all gonna say something dumb that you can't prove with numbers. And if you can, show me, because ain't nobody like I do. I'm gone.
Well, the truth is, when she asked you what they talk about, we actually talking about AJ back in action, headlining again in another big fight, and His Excellency has made it clear that he wants the winner of this fight to face the winner of the Fury Usyk fight. So that's really what we're talking about. Obviously there's some side conversations because a lot of us Americans, me included, I will continue to put myself uh, as the person that is hurt and disappointed because I am. Because this should not be AJ Ngannou. It should be AJ Wilder or Wilder AJ, depending on who would have had the better performance last fight, right? Possibly. Possibly it could have been. I don't know. AJ seems to always be the A side these days and the money man. We got Optimus Prime right back at us. Salute to you, champ. $5. Al Heyman had his chance and he failed, y'all. Need to bow down the Saudi royal. Thank you. Nah, I mean it ain't over for Al, bro. Believe me. I'm still waiting to be proven right by my source. Remember, my source told me that Al's got another network deal. I follow back up and they saying end of this month something should be announced. Plus he got the Prime deal. It just starts in March. So, we can't be prisoners of the moment. Like right now, someone's hot. Al's gonna get his time. He's got to take this heat because he's taking the first quarter off damn near. Like a quarter is every 4 months, and they ain't gonna even. Well, we ain't getting no fights in March. We can forget that. And if we do, then they back to the same dog shit promotion they used to do. Because imagine, it's January. If you really having a fight in March on Amazon Prime, shouldn't you be telling us today so we could get ready for March? Like if they're gonna do 30-day announcements, then they still following the dog shit, old business model that's failing. We need them to announce fights with time and give us a schedule that we can actually go to and see what's there and plan because fuck, we want to go to some of these fights. But to Tip Bellis, I seen you say call in, keep the show going. I'm gonna tell you the same thing to you. Because you said, oh, we losing fights to Saudi and you got, CYP, being your co-defendant on this matter. And the truth of the matter is, I didn't get to go with my boys to Mayweather Pacquiao. That was for the rich and famous. And so was Ryan Garcia and Tank. And so was Mayweather and McGregor and so many other fights. So when you say, oh, the Saudis is taking our fights and we losing fights to the Saudis, I mean, was we ever allowed? Was the common man ever allowed? You understand? Because for Mayweather Pac, I threw a fight party in Vegas and had over 75 people there. And that was that year. Imagine how many years ago that shit was. You know what I'm saying? And I was approved for the fight. I did all my fight week shit and didn't even use my credential to go to the fight because I had the fight party. Same thing for McGregor Mayweather. I was approved. I actually went to that fight, I think. I got to think. I smoked so much hard in. But I know I was approved. And I remember going to the facility and watching, McGregor and them dumbass yellow shorts. They're iconic now. They're iconic, right? He got remembered for them weird things. I mean, not weird, right? But they had the whole Eddie Bauer type shit going on. Anyway, we weren't allowed to go to that fight. There's so many fights we not allowed to go to. Like, Sonny versus Bam is for us. Andre Ward versus Kovalev, that's for us. But super fights, they're not for us. They're for the rich and famous. We didn't even get to go to Ryan Tank. Like, them tickets were $5,000 ringside. Like, they treat us like, stepchildren, right? And that's a bad thing to say. You shouldn't treat your stepchild bad. I'm just saying, they don't treat us like they care about us. It's just the fucking bottom line. Like, you know what I mean? So all that, oh, we're losing fights. So the fuck what? I wasn't allowed to go. Them tickets is too expensive for me and my boys. I remember Danny. I wish he was on the show because it was a Canelo fight that we wanted to rent out a suite. and then invite our listeners. And they wanted $80,000. $80,000 for a suite. Like, what type of weird shit is that? You know what I mean? So don't tell me we losing fights to the Saudis. That shit is like, we've been lost fights. The common man who makes the sport, right? The blue collar guy that actually is in the sport. He's actually the fighter. He's the journeyman. You know what I mean? He's your Rocky story. He can't go to the fight. His family can't go to the fight. They can't afford the fight. So I don't know how we losing anything. We've been lost. James Benitez, $2. Did Alabama build Wilder's statue prematurely? Oh man. Nah, man. You know, he's still the greatest, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a historian, so when I say this, don't be like, oh, look at what the boxing voice said and clip my voice. Like, I'm asking for a friend named CYP. Is he not the greatest heavyweight to come out of Alabama? Because I don't know. I think, I know that Evander lived in Georgia, but is he originally from Alabama? I'm not sure. CYP counterpunch.
No, that's Holyfield for sure.
What? He
That's
lives in
Holyfield.
Alabama? I mean,
No,
he's
I think
originally from
Holyfield's
Alabama?
from it. Yeah, I think he's from Alabama, but he moved to Atlanta, or it's the other way around. But I think Holyfield's from Alabama originally. I think so. But Optimus Prime, man, Jesus Christ, dude. So he sends me the link. It's from Saudi, but he can't read. He's not good at reading. It says the film exceeds 150 million views since its release. You know the trailer, the cartoon trailer they made, that's what exceeded 150 million views. It's not 150,000 buys. It says it, and I sent it to Ness too, so he can read it too. This is the shit I be talking about. Like, y'all gotta leave me the fuck alone, man. You're not as good as me. You shouldn't argue with me or battle me. You stop it. You're gonna embarrass yourself. I like Optimus, so I'm gonna let this slide. But let this be a warning for you, for y'all. I'm gonna be nice. It's Martin Luther King Day. Stop having these dreams, okay? See, because Martin Luther King Day don't mean you have a dream if you've been on a mountaintop looking down on TVV. That ain't your dream today. I'm on that mountaintop. Me, CYP, by himself. Y'all ain't fucking with me. There's only one Mount Rushmore around here. Don't ever do that again, Optimus. Please. I'm gonna leave it there. Y'all have a good night, man. Come, CYP out.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. We did have Jesse, but you seem to have dropped off. Jesse, I don't know if you know, but if you're trying to call, now is the time to make sure that you request, because we about to wrap it up. But don't worry, we will be back tomorrow, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. And yes, Evander Holyfield, Joe Louis, and Ernie Shavers. So I don't think Ernie Shavers ever won a world title, right? I think he's known for being a puncher. So Wilder would be coming in maybe second. It depends what kind of person you're talking to, right? Like what age they are. Maybe they consider Joe Louis. Again, I've never claimed to be a historian, and I'm not. So that's that. But we out. Catch us on the next one tomorrow. Peace.